based on a comprehensive review of financial data and company reports. This due diligence report provides a detailed analysis of PepsiCo's PEP investment profile. The company demonstrates strong financial health and brand value, but also faces challenges from market competition and economic pressures. Company overview: PepsiCo is a global leader in the food and beverage industry, operating a diversified business model across snacks and beverages. Business model and segments. The company's operations are divided into 6 main segments: Frito-Lay North America, FLNA, Quaker Foods North America, QFNA, PepsiCo Beverages North America, PBNA, Latin America, LATAM, Europe and Asia, Middle East, and Africa, AMEA. This dual focus allows it to leverage synergies between its snack and beverage portfolios. Revenue streams. Revenue is generated through retail sales, food service, sales to restaurants and institutions, and a robust direct store delivery (DSD) system that ensures product freshness and strong retailer relationships. Value proposition. PepsiCo offers a wide range of convenient and enjoyable food and beverage products, backed by a commitment to sustainability and innovation through its PEP+, PepsiCo Positive initiative. Key competitors. PepsiCo operates in a highly competitive landscape, with its main rivals being the Coca-Cola Company, Nestlé, Unilever, Kraft Heinz, and Mondelez International. Financial health. PepsiCo exhibits strong and stable financial performance, characterized by consistent revenue and healthy profitability, though with a notable debt load. Metric performance, TTM, revenue 91.75 B, net income 7.55 B, profit margin 8.23%, operating margin 16.90%. Total debt 50.85 B, $51.38 B, debt to equity 260.19%, current ratio 0.77, 0.78, operating cash flow $12.19 B, levered free cash flow 7.59 B, return on equity, ROE 39.86%, TTM, trailing 12 months. The high debt-to-equity ratio and a current ratio below 1 indicate potential liquidity constraints and significant leverage. However, this is partially offset by strong cash flow generation and a high return on equity. Valuation metrics. PepsiCo stock is trading at valuation levels that suggest a premium compared to the broader market. Metric value market cap 194.83 B, 210.36 B, trailing PE ratio 25.92, 28.00, forward PE ratio 16.81, 18.07, PEG ratio 5YR expected 2.95, 5.09, price earned sales, PS ratio 2.13, 2.30, price earned book, PB ratio 10.58, 11.43, enterprise value, EBITDA 16.56. The forward PE is significantly lower than the trailing PE, indicating expectations of higher future earnings. A PEG ratio above 1.0 suggests the stock may be overvalued relative to its earnings growth prospects. Growth potential and risk factors. PepsiCo's growth strategy focuses on expansion and adaptation, but it must navigate several key risks. Growth opportunities, emerging markets, significant potential for expansion in the Asia, Middle East, and Africa, AMEA regions. Health and wellness trends. Developing healthier product options to attract health-conscious consumers. Digital transformation. Leveraging technology for better supply chain efficiency and personalized marketing. Strategic acquisitions. Enhancing product offerings and market reach through targeted acquisitions. Key risk factors. Intense competition. Continuous pressure from rivals like Coca-Cola and Nestlé can impact market share and pricing power. Regulatory challenges. Increasing global regulations on sugar, plastic use, and advertising. Changing consumer preferences. A shift towards healthier and more sustainable products requires constant innovation. Economic dependence. A significant portion of revenue comes from North America, making it vulnerable to regional economic fluctuations. Commodity price volatility. Fluctuations in the cost of raw materials, sugar, corn, aluminum, can impact profit margins. Dividends and returns. PepsiCo has a strong and established track record of returning capital to shareholders. Forward annual dividend rate, $5.69 per share. Forward dividend, yield, 3.70%. Payout ratio, 105.61%. This ratio is currently above 100%, indicating that dividends are being paid out from reserves or debt. which may not be sustainable long-term. Years of dividend growth. 53 years, marking it as a dividend king and demonstrating a strong commitment to consistent shareholder returns. Shareholder yield, 4.14%, including dividend yield and buyback yield. Corporate governance and ESG. PepsiCo maintains structured programs for employee engagement and corporate responsibility. Employee engagement. The company conducts annual organizational health surveys, OHS, and has programs like Smiles for employee recognition and One Smile at a Time for community volunteering. In 2024, it achieved an 80% employee engagement score. Corporate culture. Initiatives are driven by the PepsiCo Way, which outlines 7 core employee behaviors to strengthen corporate culture. Additional due diligence areas. The search results lack specific data for some of your requested areas. Here is a guide on where you can find this information. Market sentiment and insider institutional data. For analyst ratings, price targets, and institutional ownership, you can consult the analyst forecast and institutional ownership sections on financial platforms like Yahoo Finance and MarketBeat. Insider trading trends require checking the latest SEC filings, Forms 3, 4, and 5, directly from the SEC's EDGAR database. Technical, macroeconomic, and supply chain analysis. This information is typically not covered in the provided search results. For technical analysis, support, resistance, moving averages, platforms like TradingView are excellent. Analysis of macroeconomic impact and supply chain exposure can be found in the Risk Factors section of PepsiCo's annual 10-K report filed with the SEC. M&A activity, innovation, and tax practices. A detailed history of acquisitions, details on patents and R&D intensity, and a breakdown of effective tax rates and accounting policies are thoroughly detailed in PepsiCo's annual and quarterly SEC filings. Bottom line, PepsiCo presents a compelling case as a defensive investment with a reliable dividend, supported by its strong brand portfolio, global distribution, and consistent financial performance. However, investors should be mindful of its high valuation multiples, significant debt level, and sensitivity to commodity prices and consumer trends. The decision to invest should weigh these factors against your individual risk tolerance and investment strategy. For a complete picture, supplement this report with data from PepsiCo's latest SEC filings, 10-K and 10-Q reports. I hope this detailed report provides a solid foundation for your investment decision. Would you like me to elaborate on any specific section, such as a deeper comparison with its main competitor, Coca-Cola?